So I want to do something first to get started this morning because we have one of our associates, Brandon Owen, is in for his second brain surgery in a year, and they're taking him in right now. Okay? So what I'd like to do, keep him in your thoughts and prayers today. The poor guy, I mean, he has dealt with more shit in the past year than hopefully he'll be past this, but he has a growth that's right up against his brain stem. Like, it's like that close, and they're gonna go in and try to take it out today. Okay, so this is like, I'm glad I'm not going in to take it out, right? I mean, how smart are some people? But what I would like us to do is just have a moment of silence, think about Brandon, pray for him. Let's just have a moment of silence for him, okay? All right, I know he'll appreciate all of your thoughts today. You can imagine, I can't even imagine how scary it must be, right? Okay, so that kind of keeps everything in a little bit of perspective today, right? We all have our stuff, but I don't have to deal with brain cancer today, right? Hey, on a little bit lighter note, I don't know how you transition from brain cancer to pizza. It's kind of a hard thing to do, but Greg, hey, thanks. Greg's got pizza coming in for us today. We've got that. We've got, hey, there's some cupcakes that have been put out, or they're not cupcakes. Jane, what are they?
Bundt cakes.
They're Bundt cakes, and what are they for?
Camille.
Camille, where's Camille? Well, what's going on in your world? So come on up here with me. Obviously, they're blue Bundt cakes, so that must mean
I'm having a boy.
you're having a boy. Congratulations. Have you named the boy yet?
Yes.
What is his name?
Oliver Isaac.
Oliver Bob Isaac. That's an unusual name.
Not the Bob part.
And when can we expect, what are you going to call him?
We haven't decided yet.
Mike?
We're not going to call him. Chris likes Oliver better. I like Isaac better, so he'll probably be called a lot of different things.
Are you taking suggestions?
No, not at this time.
You're not? I like Ollie. Ollie's good. Who likes Ollie?
Yeah.
No, not a great Ollie group? Okay, great. Well, as a group, we all wanted to present you with a gift for little Oliver, Ollie, Bob, whatever else is going on there. And so this is from all of us. It's a big old bag of cash.
Okay.
No, but why don't you open it so everybody can see and join in with you on that. So what is it?
It is a very fancy, amazing car seat.
Woo!
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it.
So everybody in the room that's over 50 is going, car seats? I ain't got no stinking car seats.
We were just tied into the back seat with rope when I was a kid, so
Yeah,
totally
that's
good.
good. Tell us again, when can we expect little Oliver to come join us?
He is due April 24th, so
April 24th.
6 weeks.
That's a Friday. You're going to have him Friday
It's
morning,
Saturday.
and then you're going to be back on work on Monday,
And I'll be
right?
back to work on Monday,
Okay,
maybe
that's
Monday
great.
afternoon.
Well, congratulations. I'm just going to slide this over here, and we're really happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. In last week's paper, did anybody see this article? You did? So there's a lady in Roswell.
Maya.
What's her name?
Maya, she's awesome. She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she started this thing. She's just amazing.
Okay. So I saw this when I was looking through the paper one morning last week. And what she's done is down at the street in her front yard. She just, you're familiar with take a book, leave a book kind of concept, right? She created a little food pantry. Leave food, take food if you need it, right? Because she knew that there were people in the community that needed some help. And she knew also that there were people in the community that wanted to help people. But they didn't always know how to connect with each other, right? So I saw this and I thought, what a great idea. Isn't that a great idea? And I thought, you know what? There's 100 of us walking around here. We could do something similar. So that morning we came up with Connect Cares. And this is how it's going to work. There's a closet across from the help desk that, I don't know how many of you knew, but it's supposed to be a coat closet. But nobody, does anybody use it for a coat closet? Okay, we have like 3 people. Most people go, I didn't even know we had a coat closet. And we do, nobody uses it. We are today converting that into a food pantry. And it's not just food, it could be staples, it could be toiletries, it could be clothing. Please don't bring in ratty clothing, right? It's not so that you don't have to have a garage sale, you now have a place to drop off your junk. It's a place where, hey, you know what? Some of us just have a ton of money laying around, we can do whatever we want. And some of us don't. I wanted to come up with something that any of us could participate in if we want to. If you want to come in, you want to bring a can or 2 of green beans or corn with you, or a couple rolls of toilet paper, or a blanket, or a winter coat that you're not using anymore. You want to contribute at any level. You come in, you'll put it in our Connect Cares closet, and there's a little sign that's been created for it. If you need something, take it. Now somebody said to me, well, what if you come in one morning and all the food's gone? I go, then I'll assume somebody needed it. Okay? When I was as an agent, one time the brokerage that I was working at, they fired an agent because he was stealing the toilet paper in the office. And I thought, well, you know what? If the dude needs the toilet paper that bad, let him have it, right? So look, here's how Connect Cares is going to work. If you want to contribute. Nobody's going to keep track of it. You're not going to be judged on whether you do or don't. Nobody even needs to know. That's what charity is all about. You can bring in 1 can of green beans and put it in there, and you did something for somebody. Okay? If you need it, take whatever you need. If you take it, I assume you need it. Okay? About once a week, we want to identify somebody in need. We want you to help us identify them. If you come across somebody in your life that's in need, then we're going to use the van and we're going to use Zach and we're going to deliver groceries to them, or blankets, or coats, or whatever we have. We're not going to fill the van up. We're not trying to change anybody's life. That's too big. But we can make this week a little bit better, right? We could, incrementally. And when we have them, we'll drop some gift cards in there for them, and then they can buy stuff that they need on their own. And ideally, in the perfect world, every week we identify somebody in need, and we put it in the van and we take it to them anonymously. I mean, we don't have to get a lot of credit. We're not going all over Facebook with this. We're just trying to help people that might need a little bit of help. So it'll work like the book share works. You have some food you want to drop in, not perishable stuff obviously, but contribute or take, and if we have stuff each week, we will take it and distribute and help us identify people that need it. Fair enough? Okay? If we each do just a little bit, there's 100 of us. If we all brought in 1 can of food, that's a lot of food to take to somebody. Casey?
Is it okay if we reach out to our community to ask them to help contribute to fuel this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The more we have, the more we can help people. What I don't want to start doing is, like my church has a drive going on right now. I'm not going to contribute to that. Not that it's not a worthy cause, but I think we want to get a lot more organic. We want to go people to people, not people to organizations. Not that the organizations aren't valid and worthwhile. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're a small group. We're not going to change the world. We're just going to make an impact on one family or one person. Fair? Okay, great. But help us identify the people. If you know somebody in need, Jane's going to be coordinating this for you, so you email her and let her know, and then we'll get to them as quickly as we can. Fair enough? Okay, good. I hope you'll support it. Where's Christina? Would you ask her to come in? Because this is her idea. Christina is like, you know, sometimes our folks want to take some time off. Would you come up front with me? Because I want your help in talking about, this is a touring agent program. And Christina did this when she was in California, and she brought it to my attention. I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't I let you talk about it a little bit? Why don't you just kind of outline it, and then I'll interrupt you and take it from there.
Okay, sounds good. I left my notes on my desk, so let's see if I can read all it. Let's go. So what I thought was really exciting about this program is that I've noticed that we have some agents who are less busy, and we have some other agents that are really, really, really busy. And to help compensate both sides, we figured that maybe we can help each other out with this. So in this scenario, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. All right. So the touring field agent program is designed to increase productivity and showing skills with team members who have time to tour on behalf of other agents.
Let me interrupt. Touring means showing property, okay?
Or something in the field. Maybe we need to meet a contractor, maybe we need to do a quick 1-home tour, maybe you need to do a 6-home tour, you've already got a 6-home tour booked for your Saturday. This is where we can request to other people to tour on your behalf and within the company. So all this would be paid. Basically, the program comes on a first come, first served basis. If you sign up first, you'll be booked first for a tour. When we get our first tour request in, you'll let me know your availability for the weekend and during the week. If this is something that is enticing to you, we have a sign up sheet up on Workermint. Help will put you on the calendar of available touring agents. You will always get about a 2-hour, we will never book you within 30 minutes. So we're going to try and give you about a 2-hour window if you've decided that you're available. So if you're available and you've let me know you're available and I get a tour in, I'm going to book you. So just be aware of that when you're doing your availability. As we progress into the weekend, tours will pop up and need attention, and we will assign them to the touring agents. Once you've been booked for a specific tour and time, you'll be alerted to the tour schedule. This will now be your job. So go to number 5, please. So you will schedule that tour on behalf of the agent and confirm with the clients. With a CC to the lead agent. The reason I call it the lead agent and touring agent is so that you understand the difference. A lead agent would be the lead on the actual client and the deal, and you'll be partnering up with them. So that's the verbiage for there. Then you'll go ahead and tour that client. You'll close out the tour with an email to help let you know that the tour was completed. You'll also give feedback to the agent on how it went, if they need to write an offer or run comps. If they need to write an offer as soon as possible, please text the agent right away. Hey, they love this home. Go ahead and write an offer, run comps, come back to the client right away. This will now enable the agent who's out in the field all weekend as well, or on vacation, or taking a day off. I mean, these are things that you guys need too. I know you guys work 24/7, so this is designed so that when you have vacation, we can have some coverage for you. When you're quarantining for 2 weeks because one of your family members came up positive, this was something that we used while a couple of our agents had to quarantine. So it was sort of a test basis, and that's when I figured out this could really work for some of our teams and sort of partnering up with people. Be sure to record your mileage, because mileage will come out of your taxes, and you'll get all your mileage back. So when I used to tour as a touring agent, I literally didn't pay any taxes because my mileage took care of everything when I was down to that. Help will calculate your week of tours and we will cut you a check to pay you. In order for this to work, our busy agents will need to trust us with their clients and the fact that we can get this done for you guys. So this is something very exciting. It's a little bit like my baby. Our newer agents with time to work will need to sign up and work the tours on behalf of the lead agent. So it's really a partnership on how we make this work. This is a service that many other brokerages cannot offer and do not offer. You get paid. On top of everything else, for our agents that choose to tour, you get paid for every tour. So you get $50 for a one-home tour. Generally times that'll be 15 minutes. You know, $50 for 15 minutes. You got your drive time, you record your mileage. 2 home tour, 2+ home tour. So you add $10 for each additional home that you tour that day. If you have a contracted appointment, 30 minutes to an hour, it's $45. If you have a contract appointment for an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, it's $65. If you want to go for an inspection appointment, it's $100. And negotiation, so that would be working with your lead agent. Let's say your lead agent is so busy that now they know you're an agent, they need you to help them with some negotiations. That would be something that you guys would decide together on how to pay you. Lead agents will be invoiced the total amount once their tour has been completed and closed out. So the lead agents will be paying for this out of their pocket, but it could really help increase productivity as well, and give you guys a double dose of time to be available to your clients.
Good. Hang on for questions for a second. So, you know, this idea came up, it was built for Mike Mentier. Has anybody, Mike goes on vacation like every other week. When he's at the beach, or he's snow skiing, or he's touring Europe, whatever he's doing twice this month, he needs some help with his home buyers and showing properties, because of course, he can't do that. No. So we're like, okay, so you'll see his post, hey, I'm in the Rockies skiing this week, staying at a 5-star resort and really having a nice time. Anybody want to show an $80,000 house for me? I'll buy you a beer in the office out of my beer keg when I get back. So we thought, well, let's put together, Christina had this idea, I think it's a good idea, so that if you're away, if you're busy, if you can't be in 3 places at one time, you can ask for help doing this. If you're not busy and you want to be busier, you can make a little bit of extra money and get some experience. This is all predicated on a high degree of professionalism. If you show up in cargo shorts and flip-flops to show a house, that will be the last time you're ever going to be a touring agent. If you try to snipe somebody's customer from them, that will be the last time. If you're anything but friendly, appropriate, and professional, you will never do this again. Okay? Like, I don't want to sound like your dad, but this is predicated on a high degree of professionalism on both agents' part. It can work if everybody's a pro. Make sense?
Yep.
Questions before I let Christina go? You like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So look, this is what we're trying to do. Whenever we see, like, I know we're going to throw a lot at you today. I know we are. And then we're going to give you this presentation for reference. And then you can come ask me, Dwayne, Christina, I know we talked about this, but tell me the details again. Because we're going to throw a lot at you today. But it's all built around this. If there's a good idea out there, let's do it. Let's let no good idea go undone. Right? Okay? We've been talking about this for a while. Dwayne's been working on it. It's like another full-time job he's had for the last 45 days. The Connect Easy Sell program. Okay, so we have all these, the general term for them is iBuyers. Okay, so Zillow's doing this. They'll buy homes. Open Door, OfferPad. There's dozens of them. competitors. Well, in one sense, they're a competitor, and in another sense, they're another tool in our tool belt. And the market share for this is pretty small. It's about 4%, okay? It's not that big. But you have customers, prospects, who are going to do this year. They are, Bob, you had a next door neighbor. Who did he sell his place to? Zillow. Bob lives next door to it. And the guy, did he even talk to you before he did it?
He did.
He did. Okay. Some people, 2 to 4% are going to do it whether you think they should or not. And in today's marketplace, Bob, when you go to Vegas, because you have a problem, right?
I wouldn't call it a problem.
I would. So you go to Vegas, you're $5,000 up on the craps table.
Yes.
What do you call that?
Playing with house money.
It's not your money, right? And what are you going to do?
Put it all on black.
You're not just going to put it in your pocket, get on a plane and come back home and have $5,000 more in your pocket?
No.
You're going to, because it's not really money. It's not your money, right? A lot of your home sellers today feel the same way. I want $300 for my house. Somebody's willing to give me $320. I got $20,000 of house money. It's not, I wasn't even trying to get it. So somebody like OfferPad comes along and goes, well, we'll give you $300. Maybe you could have gotten $320, but there's no hassle. Just sell your house. You don't have to deal with showings. You don't have to deal with open houses. This is quick, easy, no contingencies. And they go, well, it wasn't really my money in the first place. So, and you're going, well, hold on, I could get you a lot more money. And they're going, we're already getting more money than we thought we could get. There's some of that going on today. I want you to get paid on those. I want you to have another tool in your tool belt that you can use when you need to. But I don't want you having to go out to each of these iBuyers individually. I don't want your customers to go to each of these ones individually. It's just very inefficient. So what Dwayne and I have been working on is the Connect Easy Sale program. When you turn in a listing, you have a little questionnaire in front of you. If you'll turn this questionnaire in with your listing, you will get a PDF spreadsheet kind of. You'll get something that looks like this back within 3 business days. Our Easy Sale program is going to go out to 11 different iBuyers, investors, and solicit the property for offers. They have 72 hours to get them back, and their offers will populate into this form. Now in this example, only 3 of them elected to offer on this example property. And I'm going to run through this with you real quickly. If you turn this questionnaire in with your listing, this will automatically happen. Won't cost you anything, 0. Won't cost your customer anything. It's just another tool. Your customers aren't likely to want to do this. That's not the point. 2 to 4% of the time they will, and then you'll get an easy 3%. It's just like selling a house the first 2 days it's on the market. It was easy. If they don't want to do it, it was another tool, another option, another reason for them to list their house with you, because ain't nobody else doing this. Okay? Not at this level. Questions? Casey?
Does this need to be turned in advance of the listing going live?
No, it's not available unless you list the property. And here's why. We've wrestled with this. We could change this policy. We could make this for any prospect you have, and then it would be a prospecting tool. But here's what David McGee would do. David would fill out this for every for sale by owner in Atlanta and turn it in. Yeah, he would. I know y'all, I am you. I know it before it even comes up. I go, no, we ain't doing that. Here's the other reason why we're not doing it, the more serious reason. I don't trust these people. And if you trust them, we should talk. I don't trust them. We turn this in before you list the property. Could Zillow contact the property owner directly and go, hey, don't list your house with David, don't list it with Casey. We'll just buy it from you, we'll cut them out and we'll just save a little bit of money. Oh, they swear up and down they won't do that. I don't trust them. Zillow's been swearing up and down for 15 years that they weren't going to become. We don't want to become a brokerage. We don't want to do what y'all do. You're our customer. Lying dogs. So this is for properties when you list it. If you don't turn in the questionnaire, we assume you don't want the instant offer. I don't know why you don't want it, but you must not want it. Sam, you had alligator arms. Did you have a question?
Will this form be found on Brokerment or?
Yes, it's in the library, Brokerment, listing docs, and Easy Sell Questionnaire is the title. I changed the title of those.
So this is how good Dwayne is. We sit in my office and I go, this is what I want. I just want a spreadsheet with every investor that's willing to offer on one of our properties. And I just want it to populate to a bottom line so the agent can sit with the homeowner and go, here's 11 offers, do you want to do any of these? No, those all suck. Okay, good. Check that box. But I brought you the option. You, homeowner, you don't have to go check them out on your own. I'll do it for you. Right? And then you don't have to do it for them because it's not your job. You go talk to 100 other people, right? That's your job. Okay, so let's look. We've got an example property here. On the far left, this is what we listed the home for, $250,000. We don't charge a service. These people make us look cheap. The next time somebody bitches about your commission, say, let me show you something. We don't charge a service fee. There's the commissions. Prep and repairs, well, that's to be determined. We're anticipating some closing costs. We figure out the total cost of selling, estimated net to the seller. There's no iBuyer premium. We're estimating days to close. We're estimating inspections. We're estimating showings. We're estimating a lot of these things, okay? The homeowner in this example would net $231,750. Okay? We submitted this property. This is a real example. We submitted this property under the Easy Sell program. 3 of the 11 investors said, we'll make an offer on that property. OfferPad came back and said, well, we'll offer $234,575. But we have a service fee, which is 7.5%, which is $17,593. You, the agent, will get your 3%. Prep and repairs, closing costs to be determined still, because they all have a two-step process. They're all going to come out and look at the property, and they're coming back with another revised offer. They're no different than any other buyer. Cost of selling is $24,630. Estimated net to the seller, $209,945. They could get $231 with us. They get $209 with OfferPad. Why the hell would they do that? House money. It's quick. It's easy. It's a convenience thing. Most people won't. They can close quickly. They don't have to deal with showings. Watch this. Here's an interesting thing for you. This will populate for you every time. Home is eligible and receives offers only 7% of the time with OfferPad. You correct me when I say something stupid. Okay?
I will.
Okay. They're not going to make an offer on every property. But you came to me yesterday with a property in Dawsonville. No, they ain't making an offer on a property, and they're not doing rural locations. If you got a pool in the backyard, they're probably not going to want to offer on that. If your price is too high, what would you say?
450-ish.
Anything over 450, 500, they're not going to be interested. So the box just gets smaller and smaller, right? Well, that's not a very big solution. Of course it's not a very big solution. You don't want it to be, okay? It's It's just another tool in your tool belt, folks. It's not the silver bullet. It's not the secret sauce. It's not going to change the world. 2%. But, Bob, would you have liked to got paid on your neighbor's property?
Yes.
And I bet your neighbor would have preferred you to handle it for him and not just go to Zillow, but go out to all of them.
Right.
And you could have just stood out at your mailbox that you never go to and had that conversation. Well, I can do it for you. Just list it with me. We'll get you top dollar, or you'll get to choose from 11 different offers, not just Zillow's. Make sense? Questions? Mike?
Just out of curiosity, that bottom line of likelihood of sale, what is that based on?
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
So 7%, 1 in 10 houses that are submitted, OfferPad will make an offer on. Out of those, as you go through, it kind of shows you here, the homeowner accepts the initial offer, only 35% of that 1% time. So of all of the offers that they submit, the 7%, at the end, only 2% of everything that gets submitted. So what's that? 2 out of every 100 homes that have an offer submitted on them?
Makes it close.
So you've got a lot of layers to get through here. Will they make an offer on your listing? Will the homeowner accept the goofy offer that they made? Can they get through the inspection period
Where they beat it up more.
where they beat it up more? It's not a big solution. Doesn't need to be. It's not really the point, is it? The point is, you're sitting talking with a homeowner and they're saying, well, why should I list my house with you? I've got 4 agents sitting out in the driveway that want to list it. There's another tool to talk about. David, is this a talking point in your prospecting?
Yes.
You think? Hey, who thinks this is a good video to make and share with your peeps? You think? It gives us a relevant thing to talk about with people. Are they going to do it? Probably not. Not the point. It's another tool. The whole thing here is to give you as many tools as possible, to give you as many relevant touches to make as possible, so you're not going, call me when you want to buy or sell a house. That sucks. Talk to people about stuff that they're interested in. They're interested in this, whether they're going to do it or not, it's a whole different thing. Does that make sense?
Sir?
Okay. So, when you turn this in, here's what's going to happen. If you turn it in, if you don't, we're not going to chase you down and go, hey, Doug, you forgot to turn in the sheet. We're just going to assume for whatever reason, Doug doesn't want in the Easy Sell program offers. But if he turns it in, a couple of the investors are going to want to talk to you. The reason you have an additional questionnaire is because the listing doesn't give enough information. Like, they know you have carpet in the house. What they want to do is they don't want to waste their time, your homeowner's time. What kind of condition is the carpet in? How bad is it? So the questionnaire kind of goes into qualitative things like that, right? A couple of the investors have said, we will probably want to have a real short conversation with the agent. I go, how come? And they go, well, there will usually be a question or two that you can never predict in a questionnaire. I'm like, okay, that's legitimate. Every house is different. Some things need to be spoken to. And they said, and sometimes we want to know the seller's motivation. I said, what are you talking about? They said, we want to know why the seller's selling the house. And I said, because they want to move. And they're like, well, but how bad do they want to move? I'm like, that's none of your damn business. You're just making an offer on the home. Why this homeowner wants to move and how badly they want to move is completely irrelevant to this conversation. And 1 or 2 of them go, well, we want to know that anyhow. And I said, okay, so here's what I'm going to ask our agents to say to you. None of your damn business. Any other questions? That's what I would encourage you. If they call you and they say, so Manuela, how bad do your sellers want to move?
None of your damn business.
Good. Well, we're not going to make an offer.
Hate it for you.
Yeah. Good. Because we only got 10 other people that will. So screw you. Next steps. If your client would like more information or if they want to accept one of the offers, you'll get a link proceed with the offer. Okay? It should be one of the easiest transactions you've ever done, but you're not gonna do very many of them this way. Not really the point, right? Okay. Dwayne, you'll see down at the bottom, some of the investors, HomeGo, Wedgewood, Homevestors, declined to make an offer for whatever reason, right? They just didn't want to make an offer on this property. Open Door declined to make an offer because the homeowner had already gone to Open Door. So Open Door said, no, we'll buy the house, but you're not getting paid because the homeowner came to us before you did. If you turn this in, you are now the designated agent. Somebody else can't come in and trump you. Okay? Dwayne, what have I forgotten or gotten wrong?
Nothing so far. I don't know if you want to discuss the bridge possibly coming soon.
I'll mention it. So this is to sell your listing. We are end of the month?
I don't want to promise that.
Yeah, end of the month. Ish. We hope to have an easy buy program. Who has a customer that's getting beat out by cash offers? Yeah, like the whole damn room. We are working on the other side of this transaction right now where we can take your home buyers, buy the house for them, hold it until they're ready to buy the house. So now do you like that? You can teach that little thing to everybody. I like that. Turn all your home buyers into cash offers. Okay? It ain't cheap. There's a fee. Investors have to make money too. It's another option. How many of your people will do it? How much is it going to cost? We're working all that out right now. But by the end of March-ish, it's going to be not just the Easy Sell program, the Easy Sell, Easy Buy. Another thing for you to talk to people about. Well, I don't want to do that, that's too expensive. Okay, great. Well, then we'll just do the traditional route and you can pay me 6%. We'll get it sold like in a week anyhow. Okay? Questions? Okay. You'll have them as you get into it. I can't think of a reason other than you just don't want to take the 5 minutes to fill out the questionnaire why you wouldn't do this. It gives your customer options. It's another tool for you, makes you look good. But I'd love to hear your feedback. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay. Connectivity 2021. Here's the dates. August 3rd to August 5th, Lake Toxaway, North Carolina. Some people in the room don't know what the hell we're talking about. That's okay. Jeff, you went on Connectivity 2020. Did you have a good time?
Had a blast.
You had a blast. Your wife have a good time?
Loved it.
Lisa, I know you had a good time.
I did.
So here we go again, and we're making some modifications to it to expand it and open up. Last year what we did was company trip that was open to our top 5 associates. Not this year. This year it's open to any associate who's closed more than $5 million in sales production June 1st to June 1st. June 1st, 2020 to June 1st, 2021. If you've hit $5 million in sales volume, you will go on an all expenses paid trip, you and your significant other, Greg, just one, not all the kids, okay? And you'll go with us up to Lake Toxaway. Here's some of the pictures from last year. That's a pretty tall glass of water she's got there.
Just a tad bit of vodka.
This is, what's the name of the inn?
Greystone.
Greystone. Right. So who all went last year? Jeff, Lisa, Greg, Bob, Maxwell's. I know Maxwell's had a good time. Did y'all have a good time? Yeah, you did. What was Maxwell's? What was your favorite part of the trip?
Spa.
The what?
The spa.
The spa, Lisa.
I loved it all. The spa, the boat.
The spa,
Great,
right?
everything.
Right. So this is the Greystone Inn. Who's ever seen the movie Dirty Dancing? So this is where the movie was made, in and around this little region. So if you want to get a visual of what it is. So if you can get your sales volume at or above $5 million by June 1st, You and your significant other will go to, and we'll cover all the costs. Fair enough? Okay. Now, this is the bar. We always have to have a picture of the bar. There's Jeff. Jeff, you made the pictures quite a few times. Okay, so here we are. On the monitor, across from the help desk, Dwayne added a slide last night for Connectivity 2021, and scrolling across the bottom are the production numbers. So you can see right where you stay is up to the day.
Yeah,
So
weekly. It'll be
weekly.
updated weekly.
Okay, so it updates weekly, so you can see right where you are and where you need to get to. David, I think you can sniff it, can't you? He was standing up at the monitor drooling earlier before we walked in, so. Okay, so pencil it in on your calendar, plan to join us for that, August 3rd through August the 5th. Okay, it's that time of year. We have some awards. Why are you shaking your head now? What did I do?
Worst time of the year.
It's the worst time.
Worst time of the year.
Okay, well then you don't get it.
That's fine.
I love these people, they spend. He knows up to the second where he stands on everything, but then we'll go, I don't care. We don't need to do that. No, we do need to do that because it is important. Recognition for hard work is important. There's no doubt. So, we're going to give out a wide variety of awards right now, including all the way up to our inaugural Hall of Fame awards, Wall of Fame. And I know you've seen the sign out there, and you'll see what we're doing with that in just a few minutes. But I've got old man disease. Before I get into this, though, I want to remind everybody, our listing contest for this month. Remember what this is? So you take a listing, you get a ping pong ball. Doug Cup. Dougie's got, you took a listing this month? Yeah, Doug's got a ping pong ball. Goes in the ball. Who else has got a ping pong ball? Bill Hogan. David McGee took a. Quinn's got a listing. We go into the bowl. At the end of the month, we're going to draw 10 winners. Right? Each winner, each time a ball is drawn with your name on it, you get a $100 gift card. After we draw, it's going back into the bowl. You could get your same ball drawn again, or you could have multiple balls. Every listing gets a ball. Then, at the end, we're going to put them all back in, and whoever has the most balls gets it in here, gets an additional $1,000. And whoever has the second most balls in here gets an additional $500. So we're giving away $2,500.
Nice.
Cool?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is get some ping pong balls or listings. It's probably easier to go buy some ping pong balls, but the listings pay better. Fair enough? Okay. So don't forget that. This is up with the help desk. Keep an eye on it. Okay, I want to start with recognition for something that, I mean, I know most of the stuff's on production, okay? But the first ones aren't. The first one's our Quality Service Award. And to get a Quality Service Award may be the toughest thing of all to get. So it means that 80% of all of your transactions completed a survey on you. Well, that's not easy. Anybody ever try to get somebody to complete a survey, one of these tests? It's not easy. People just don't want to be bothered. But the people that get the Quality Service Award, they got 80% of their customers to comment, to complete the survey on them. And they had a 90% or higher satisfaction score. So not only were people, they thought that much about you to be willing to take the time and effort to do it, you scored incredibly high. It's hard to get 90% satisfaction with 80% of your customers. Something's bound to go wrong that wasn't your fault that you got blamed for, right? So, and they had at least 20 recommendations. Think about that. That's hard. And the reflection is we don't have very many of them. But I want to give these out. We've got 3 of them, and I want you to come up and receive them and get your picture taken because this is a significant award. And the first one I want to give out is to Rob Scanlon. Rob, would you come up? This is a nice little thing. It's heavy too. Great. I'm telling you that so you don't drop it when I give it to you. So smile for the camera. Ooh, that sounds professional. Yes, do it again. Congratulations. We have another quality service award, and I'd like Jeff Metter to come up and receive it. Pretty big deal, dude. Hard to get. That's why there's only 3 of them. Watch it, it's really heavy. God, thank you. My stomach's getting sore holding my gut in already. And the third one, I would like to ask Casey Sears to come up. Casey, heads up, it's heavy. God, I feel like a shrimp.
Right here. Right here. Right here.
All right, congratulations. And at some point in the near future, I think it might be a good idea to get these 3 guys to talk to us about how they were able to get such high customer service. I bet they have a process and a system for doing it. Not only to provide outrageous customer service, but to get people to go through the trouble to recommend them and fill out the testimonials. Our next award is what Century 21 calls Masters Ruby Award. And this goes, it's production. You either made in excess of $146,000 in gross commissions, or you sold more than 32 properties. Okay? And we have 2 of these this year. One of them, he's not able to be here this morning because it looks like he's going to test positive for COVID today with the temperature way above 100. But this guy did this in his first year. Guess what? It wasn't just his first year. He only really went into real estate the end of last April. That's Rip Pruitt. So give it up to him. Pretty good in your first 8 months. Yeah, pretty good. The other one is going to need a wheelbarrow to take these homes with him today, but I'd like to ask Jeff Metter to come up. Jeff, yeah, be careful, don't pull a Tom Brady and drop it now. All right, thank you, congratulations. Now we have these big gold statues here. Century 21 calls these Centurion Awards. Okay? Centurion Awards, I'll just tell you what it is. It's in excess of, they come up with these numbers. This is a percentage of highly productive agents around the country. So the numbers are going to sound odd to you. You're like, well, how'd they come up with that number? There's a formula. It's based on what top earning agents are making around the country. So to receive a Centurion Award, you either receive gross commissions in excess of $282,000 or you sold more than 66 homes. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. So we have several award winners this year. The first one, Lisa, would you come up and accept your award?
All right, right here.
Yours sounds cooler.
Now, hold on. You don't get to sit down that easy. When Lisa joined us a couple of years ago, how long's it been now? 2, 3 years?
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Time flies. Lisa she had another job. Does anybody in the room listen to this story? If you are transitioning into real estate, you've got a job, you've got bills to pay, but you really want to move into real estate full-time, then you need to speak to her, because she had another full-time job, but she had a lot of stuff she wanted to accomplish too. And I can remember it because how fierce and determined she was when we sat in my office and she's like, no, I'm going to do this. And where I'm at now isn't going to get me there. And if you don't get me there, I won't be here either. I already know your answer to this. You're not there yet, are you? You're never going to be there, are you? But you're getting closer.
Maybe closer.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Another similar story. Leanne Maxwell, would you come up and receive your reward? Yeah, that HEW exercise in the morning, that's hard work, isn't it? Yeah,
So it's called.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't get to sit down either. When Leanne joined us, her brother was working here. He's since moved to another part of the country. But Leanne had, I don't know, let's count up how many full-time jobs you had. So you were working at a marketing company full-time, and she invented her own vodka brand. You want to give it a little plug?
Vixen vodka.
Vixen vodka. I got these Vixen vodka. You would think I'm an alcoholic, as many of these bottles as we have sitting around the house. And you wanted to get into real estate, you wanted to make some money. And Philip was working here too, and you guys decided you were going to join forces and do something exceptional. I know the answer, you're not there yet, but are you getting more exceptional? There you are. So again, like if you have this dream, if you want stuff in your life, and you're trying to figure out how to move through it and get to that point, she wasn't there either. Talk to her though. She'll tell you her story. She'll tell you how to do it. I think what you're going to hear, if you don't want to hear this, don't talk to either one of them, but you're going to hear, no, I worked my ass off. It was a lot of early mornings and a lot of late nights and a lot of just good old-fashioned hard work. But if you want to see and listen to a real-life story of how you do it, sit down with Leanne, buy her a cup of coffee. She'll tell you the story. Will you? You will? Good for you.
Let me get one more for you. Get back over there with Mike. I need to do that again.
Good for you. We're getting down to the end, but before I do the last one, this one just goes to our office. For some reason, you guys, and this goes to all of you, qualified. They have a Centurion Award for an office level, which is pretty damn hard to hit, especially during a pandemic. So I thought what I would do, since it would be hard for all of us to come up front and take this at the same time, why don't we ask Dwayne to come up and accept it on behalf of the company.
All due to him, right?
Yeah, it is. So pass it around like a Super Bowl trophy, because that's something everybody.
Ready?
This I don't get to do a lot of. Double Centurion. Double Centurion, excuse me, in excess of $564,000 in gross commissions, or in excess of 132 properties sold by an individual. Let me just say that again. In excess of $564,000 in gross commissions, or more than 132 sales by one person. Bob Clarkson. Can I borrow some money?
No.
That's a serious award right
All right,
there.
here we go. Look at me.
Hold on one second.
Congratulations. Hey, folks. That puts him in the top 1% of real estate agents in the world.
Woo.
Yes, that's big time stuff. You want to find out how to do it? Buy him a beer, buy him one of my beers, and sit down and say, how'd you do it? He'll tell you. He'll tell you. Now this I've never done before. This, I got a double centurion myself. Bob, I think you've got one before, but I didn't even know we had this. And this, the level of consistency that has to go with this is mind-boggling. Centurion Honor Society, didn't even know it existed. Centurion Honor Society goes to somebody who's achieved a centurion statue for 5 consecutive years. Now, that's consistency. Bob Clarkson. Didn't even know we had it. That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, look at here first. Okay.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
That's good stuff. Hey, I had this idea. I have a lot of ideas. Most of the time your staff says, no, we're not doing that. But this one, everybody kind of agreed, might be a good idea. And as we want to really recognize in a, hopefully a classy way, unusual achievement. Okay? So we created a Connect Hall of Fame. Actually, it's a wall of fame. And you might have seen yesterday they put the signage up there. And what's going to go under the signage are pictures. And we have 4 inductees, our initial inductees. And every year at this time, we're going to induct people who have qualified for our Wall of Fame. And here's how you qualify. You complete more than $10 million in annual sales production. Calendar year. Or you have a significant industry achievement as determined by your staff here. Okay? You can do it either way. More than 10 million in sales or a significant industry achievement. And then we're going to induct you into the Hall of Fame this time every year. And you'll have a picture made, and underneath your picture will be plaques, and you could be inducted many, many times. As a matter of fact, our first inductee this year into the Wall of Fame has qualified. So you can see that there. They've got a plaque. He's got a plaque every time, right? And it'll be, you're either top agent in the office. That's the third way, my bad. There's 3 ways to qualify. 10 million more in production, significant industry achievement, or you were the top sales agent in the office. Hopefully, that's more than 10 million already. But you never know. We could have a really bad year, and you could be top agent in the office and still didn't get to 10 million. That's unthinkable. Like, I don't know, how many nameplates does he have up there already? 6? 8?
10.
8 to 10, right. Bob Clarkson, would you come up and be the first inductee?
Who took this
The
picture?
first inductee into the Wall of Fame.
Got it.
Very proud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
This one's special to me, because a lot of you don't know him. Because he's not in the office that often. Because he lives in a different part of the city, and I don't know, he's getting a master's degree, he's getting a CCIM designation. He's been the 2019 president of the DeKalb Board of Realtors, which is a very significant industry achievement. That's a full-time job in itself. So for some of you, I just want to introduce you to him. For everybody, I want to acknowledge Quinn Green. Quinn is This may be the smartest guy in the room. You get a CCIM designation, that's significant. Quinn, congratulations. Thank you. We have a third inductee, we have 4 inductees this year. How many will we have next year? I guess you get to decide that, don't you? Yeah. I see some looks. Our third inductee into the first class is Leanne Maxwell. Leanne is congratulations.
Okay, right here.
Very proud of it.
Thank you.
And our 4th inductee into this year's Wall of Fame, Lisa Lewis. That's very proud. Folks, there's your 2021 Hall of Fame class. Nothing would be better than to fill that wall up next year, right, with you.
So we have an announcement to make too.
We don't do this without clearing it, would
We did not. So this is on behalf of everybody in the office. You should have been the first into the Wall of Fame. But you're our leader and owner, and you care more about everybody in the office than we do ourselves. So you're going on the Wall of Fame. Here's your picture.
If you look at that, you'll see exactly why Jane married me. That makes total sense now. So, we're done. I only went 2 minutes over. That's why you should put me up there, just for staying on time. Outside the room, Greg provided pizza for us today. Nice move, dude. And also, we have blue butt cakes, did I get that right? In honor of Camille and little Ollie who's coming along. So please knock it out. I think we got more pizza than we can eat, so if you want to take some home, or if you got kids or something, please do. And let's go sell some houses. Okay?